Hello, everyone. My name is Holly, and during this hour, we will be doing reading and vocabulary activities and discussions on extreme weather. So we will first start out talking about your own country and uh, any weather patterns you have in your own country. Then we will read about other areas of the world, and then we will do some vocabulary activities, and then after that, we will do a discussion on weather. All right, so that is the plan for today. So I hope to work with each person who drops in as we talk about weather. So extreme weather. How cold is it there? How hot does it get? Is it better to speak in Celsius or Fahrenheit? I personally after living in Europe for many years, I very rarely think in Fahrenheit. That may change as the longer I live in the States again. I've been back to the States for almost 6 years now, and I'm still thinking in Celsius. So, anyway, and I've forgotten what Fahrenheit is in some respects. In other respects, I haven't. So, anyway, the topic is extreme weather. So drop on in and we will work on this topic together. We'll do a reading activity and different vocabulary activities, and then of course in the class with an a guided group discussion on weather. So my name is Holly, and I am a native English teacher from Idaho in the United States. And I have been teaching English since 1994. And I started teaching online in 2006 while I was teaching in Finland. I've also taught in South Korea. And I came back to the States because of online teaching and to be close to my family in 2009. So it's a little bit about me. So, hello, Carlos. How are you today?
Hello, Holly.
How was your Easter?
Hello.
Carlos, how was your Easter Sunday? Carlos, can you hear me?
Sorry. Yes. Sorry.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Carlos? Can you hear me?
Yes. Can you? Yes, I can hear.
Yeah, okay. All right. So, Carlos, how was your Easter Sunday?
Very good, actually. I was enjoying my last day off, so I.
Oh, okay.
I went to the park with my daughters.
Uh-huh.
And we went to the movies.
Uh-huh. And as far as traditions in Mexico, what are some traditions that you do with your daughters for Easter? Are there any specific traditions? Do they get gifts or anything?
Yes, because Mexico is a very religious country, so most of the
Uh-huh.
traditions are are related since in church. On Saturday
Uh-huh.
are activities in church, and now Sunday is the biggest day for the church.
Uh-huh. Okay. Excellent. All right. Thank you. And hi, Anna Christina. How are you?
Hi, teacher. Fine.
Nice to see you again.
Yeah, teacher. I love
Excellent.
your class.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I enjoy all of you guys, especially the people who come to I love my classes because I get to know you all. So just a little bit. So, and hello, Alejandro. How are you?
Hello
Again.
again.
So,
Fine, fine, thanks.
yeah, yeah. So, yeah, it's nice to see you all again today, and yeah. So today was Easter Sunday. It was kind of interesting for me because um, I started teaching at 3 because I actually forgot it was Easter. So there were a lot of openings to this today on Sunday. So I thought, oh, I'll work. And if I would have realized it was Easter, I would not have taught as many classes. So because I would have, taken that time for my family and stuff. So anyway. All right. Well, so let's talk about weather. And so an extreme weather. So Argentina, Colombia, Mexico, Idaho. Do you guys have? Has there been any extreme weather in your country recently? So Argentina, Alejandro, any extreme weather?
Yes, I think it depends the area. In the south, for example, is cold, and in the north of the country is very hot. Depend,
Oh, really?
yes, depend of the season.
So it depends. It depends. Instead of depends of. Remember that it always depends on. So
Depends
it
on,
depends on,
yes,
and
depends on
it's all the time. Yeah, it depends on the area.
the
So,
season and the area.
Okay. I'm gonna pull up a map very quickly. Map of uh, okay. Map of South America. Okay, so we have um, okay, so Argentina is this long one. No, this Argentina is this one, right? Okay, then
Yes, right.
Chile is the long one, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So down here in the southern part is warm, or is it next to the coast, or what?
No, it's cold in that area.
This part, this yellow part?
Yes.
Okay, is this the warm part then?
And the north is hot.
Okay,
Hot.
this is the hottest part right here.
Yes.
So this is the colder part, and this is the
Yeah.
hot.
Yes.
Okay.
And I live in the center in Buenos Aires.
Do you live like near the R or the G or?
Yes, near the coast, near the Uruguay.
Okay, and so Uruguay's right here, right?
Yeah.
So maybe right here.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. All right. Okay, and then Colombia is up here, and Ana Cristina, is there any extreme weather in Colombia?
Nowadays or recently, no. Normal.
Uh-huh.
The weather is normal. 50 years ago, uh, 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 we we had a little earthquake,
Uh-huh.
but thank God, no problem in my city, but in
Mm-hmm.
another city, the house was broke.
Mm-hmm.
Was a bad moment.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, so in the it was that 50 years ago or 15 years ago?
15 years ago.
Yeah. So remember the stress on those two words are completely different. So 50 and then 15. So,
Yeah.
all right. Yeah,
Thank you.
because I think I remember something about that earthquake 15 years ago. Remember hearing about it and so forth. So, but no, I've heard that. Tell me if I'm right. when I was in Colombia, I was told that the average temperature, at least in Bogota, is 20 degrees year-round. Is that true?
Yes. Yes.
But I'm understanding it rains a lot, right? Does it rain a lot?
Yeah, in Bogota, rain a lot. Yeah.
Okay. And so where do you live in? Oh, this just went white. Oh, it just went further over. I just made it bigger on accident. I don't know what just happened.
I live in the coast.
Okay, you live on the
Barranquilla.
coast.
Yes, the city. But Bogota is the capital.
What's going on? I didn't touch anything. Any computer people?
Cool. Barranquilla is hot.
Okay, so you live on the coast, so you're somewhere over in this area. How do I get this? Okay, I want to escape out of this somehow. Okay. Up here, and so
yeah, over
and where
in the north, yeah, exactly, yeah, my city is over there.
And is that a warmer part? The warmer than Bogota?
Yeah.
Mhm. I want to go back to Colombia. And you know, Verbling, one of the great things about Verbling, I don't know about you guys, but I'm meeting all of you guys from around the world, and now I'm like, I want to go to Brazil, I want to go to Uruguay, I want to go to Argentina. And I've been to Mexico, but I want to actually go to Mexico again. And it's funny because I'm thinking if next time I go abroad that I want to go to a Spanish-speaking country next. And now that it's like, okay, which one is the best?
You are welcome here in Colombia, teacher. I recommend my country, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. Colombia's on my list. But Costa Rica is another one. Mexico is another one we've talked about. I haven't looked into Argentina. Is Argentina a good country to go to learn Spanish?
It's good. Yes.
Yes, I think.
Alejandro?
Yes, I think.
Argentina's good.
Yes, a lot of people come here to study Spanish.
Do they? Okay. Yeah, because I had heard that Costa Rica was a place that people went to, and then, but we want to learn Spanish, so we want to learn it right. So Mexico. So, do you live, Carlos? Do you live down in this side, or do you live on this peninsula?
No, on the other side, crossing this. Yes, right there.
Right there. Okay.
No. Crossing the sea.
Over here.
Yes. More or less for.
More or less somewhere around there. So in the okay. And is there extreme weather in Mexico?
Actually, in fact, my city lies close to a desert.
Oh.
The Sonora Desert is the Mexican part of the Arizona Desert.
Uh-huh.
And my city is close to the desert.
Okay. So does that make it colder or hotter or?
A lot of hot.
A lot, very, very hot. Okay. Yeah.
In summer, the temperature rounds about 45 degrees.
Oh my! See, that's why I'm thinking Colombia might be good.
Yes.
So, 45 degrees. How about the winter time?
It's cold. It's very cold, about 0 or 5 degrees.
You sound like where I'm from. So, because you're down here, and you go directly. Okay, so you're down here. You go directly north. And this is where I'm living. Actually, right close to Owyhee County, actually. I live about right somewhere, so maybe right here, really close to the Oregon border. But do you see all the cream color right here is desert, and we live about an hour from the mountains and an hour from the desert. So we have a very dry climate here, and also gets very cold in the winter and very hot in the summer. Normally it averages though about 30, 35. Sometimes it gets to 40 or 45, but not that much. But one thing that's nice about Idaho is we do not have the extreme weather that the other areas of the world get. The Midwest gets a lot of extreme weather. This area because of the water, and then of course the East Coast gets very, very extreme weather. But in Idaho, we do not get much extreme weather at all. So it's very nice. So, all right.
Yes, Holly.
Yeah.
One question about where you live. The main production of Idaho are the potatoes?
Yes.
Because I saw this movie and they make fun about a girl of Idaho because they was dressed with a strange clothes, but it were like a potato.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to mute you, Anna Carlita, because I hear some noise. But
sorry.
No worries. Yeah, Idaho is very, very conservative. It's just north of Utah, so there's a lot of LDS up in that area, and up in this area, and there's the main. We are a very rural state, and so we have a lot of a lot of farms and a lot of ranches and things like that, and potatoes are from the area. So a lot of times in the movies we are depicted as basically country folk, or that we don't really know very much about the real world and things like that. So that's how we're depicted, and we're fine with it. I don't think anybody really cares. So, most people think a lot of Americans who are not knowledgeable of geography, they think Idaho is Iowa or Ohio, so they don't even realize that Idaho is a state. So,
Are there an Indian's names? The names of the states? Idaho.
Excuse me? Yeah, it's names of one of the 50 states. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Are there any Indians' names?
Yeah, I think the main Indians, Idaho, I don't know if it's an Indian name. I know Boise, which is our main city, our capital city, Boise, is a French name, and it means city of trees, and it was named by the French. But I actually don't remember if Idaho is a Nez Perce or an Indian name or what it is, frankly. I don't know. I should look that up. So anyway, let's look at this. So okay. What we're going to do is we are going to read this little article. However, it is not in the correct order. Or no, I guess, wait a minute. Never mind. Let's read this article. This mix and match thing is something we're not going to do because it's technically very difficult to do because it's right here. So it's hard. We don't have papers. So we're going to read this article and then discuss it. If there's any words or phrases in here that you do not know, please let me know. But anyway, let's start with Carlos. Can you read the first paragraph?
Yes. Much of the country is today in the grip of freezing weather, as falling temperatures spread overnight. Temperatures drop to as low as 12 degrees Fahrenheit in some areas, and forecasters are warning that the cold snap is set to continue for at least another week.
Okay, excellent. Thank you. And hello, Ken.
Hello.
Nice to see you. Welcome. All right. Nice to see you. Yeah. Okay. And Ana Carlina, no, I'm sorry, Ana Cristina, could you read the next one?
The snowy conditions have resulted in treacherous road conditions, with police urging motorists to cancel all non-essential journeys.
Okay, so first of all, resulted. Okay, so remember that because you've got the T here, that this ED is pronounced. So you would say resulted.
Resulted.
Okay, and then this word is, we pronounce it treacherous.
Treacherous.
Treacherous. Okay, so go ahead and say this first, read this part again.
The snowy conditions have resulted in treacherous road conditions.
Okay, so say it again, but this time instead of resulted, go resulted.
Resulted. Have resulted.
Perfect. Perfect. Okay. The next sentence, Alejandro, can you read this one?
The weather is causing severe disruption to the rail network, and transport officials had warned passengers to expect delays on most routes.
Okay, most routes is how it's, instead of
Routes.
routes or routes. It is pronounced both ways. Okay, but could you go ahead and say this word for me, Alejandro?
Weather.
Weather. Okay, weather. Because how you read it is the weather. So you weren't actually enunciating. And enunciate is to pronounce every single sound, which is very difficult for you guys since you hear us as native speakers and we speak so fast that sometimes you don't hear us enunciating. So, but weather, make sure the TH is coming out. So, all right. And Ken, could you read number 2?
The heavy rainfall continued over the weekend in much of the Northwest, causing widespread damage. With many rivers bursting their banks, officials issued severe flood warning for most of the region.
Okay, officials instead of officials. Officials, yeah. Officials, perfect. All right, Alabek, welcome.
Yes. Hello, Holly.
How are you? It's nice to see you.
Thank you. I'm fine.
Yeah, there's a man. I don't know if I've told you this, but there's a man from your country, and his name is Aibek. It's Aibek, so it doesn't have the L. And for several classes, I was calling him Alabek.
Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah. So then I realized, wait, that's not you. It's not the same. And then I thought you were the same person. So anyway.
Oh, okay.
So could you go ahead and read this, starting with on?
Okay. On Sunday, more than 20 families had to be airlifted to safety after flood water trapped them in their houses. Many areas are without electricity, and officials say it will take several days for power to be restored.
Okay, instead of flood water, we would say flood water.
Flood water.
Perfect, flood water. Okay.
Flood water.
Excellent, thank you. And Carlos, could you read the next paragraph?
The meteorological agency says that the torrential rain is predicted to ease over the next few days.
Okay, excellent. And number 3, Ana Cristina, could you read this paragraph?
Number 3. Forecasters have warned that there is no end in sight for the heat wave which is currently gripping much of the nation.
Yeah, so in some much of the nation. Much of the nation. And see, forecasters have warned. Oh, this was it. The S, forecasters.
Forecasters.
Yeah, try to pronounce the S, which is very difficult for some people. Alibek, could you read the next paragraph?
Okay, temperatures have soared to over 40 degrees in parts of the country, and officials have urged the very young and elderly to avoid going outside between 11 a.m. and 3 p.m.
Perfect. Instead of very young, we would say very.
Very
Yeah.
young.
Perfect. Alejandro, the next paragraph.
The heat wave has led to future pressure on water supplies, and there are fears that there may be a shortage in the near future.
Okay, so remember shortages.
Shortages.
Okay, and also this one right here, you had actually read a different word. This is further. Further, yeah. Okay, and then Ken, can you read the next paragraph?
Motorists and passengers on trains and buses are being advised to carry bottled water for all journeys.
Okay, for this word, instead of advised, we would say advised. Advised. So basically the stress is in this last part of the word, and this is more like a schwa. The first part, the first syllable is a schwa. Advised. Okay. All right. Now, are there any words or phrases? So it looks like there were 3 different weather little articles here. Any words or phrases that you need clarification on in any of these?
The second paragraph, resulting in treacherous road conditions.
Okay, so treacherous road conditions. Treacherous, it means would be dangerous. So if something is treacherous, it's dangerous road conditions. So many times, if the road becomes treacherous, the conditions of the road are treacherous, maybe the state or the country or whatever will close that road if it becomes too treacherous.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome. All right. Any other words?
Disruption to the rail network.
Okay, severe disruption to the rail network, and transport officials have warned passengers to expect delay on most routes. As a disruption means that the rail network is not keeping to their schedule. So if something is disrupted, it causes problems further along. So I remember when I was in Finland and I was taking the train up to the northern part of Finland during Christmas. It was my first year, and I didn't know any Finnish, but the train would stop for 15, 20 minutes. And finally I asked somebody, and it turned out that there was the train had stopped because there was some trees that had fallen on the tracks. And I think one time the train hit a reindeer as well, but that caused a disruption to the trip. So, all right. Any other words? So let's look at the other 2 down here.
widespread.
Wait, where is it at? Is it in number 2 or number 3?
Paragraph number 1, number 2.
Okay. Say that again.
Yeah, widespread.
The weekend.
Yeah.
Paragraph number 1. This word, widespread.
Yeah,
Okay.
widespread.
Okay, so causing widespread damage. Okay, so there's heavy rainfall. So basically, if there's widespread damage, that might mean there's damage throughout the entire region. It isn't just in one city; it's everywhere. So that's what widespread is. Okay. Okay. Any other words?
Airlifted. To be
Airlifted.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to show a picture on that one. That's the easiest way to do that. Bear with me a moment. Oops. Airlifted. If you're airlifted, that usually means that an airplane or a helicopter comes and picks you up. And for example, this person has been airlifted. And this person. So it's usually a helicopter. And in this situation where, in this article, it is probably they were trapped in their houses, but possibly they were on top of their homes because of so much flood water. And so the helicopter came and picked them up. So, any other words?
Gripping in the number 3.
3. Gripping. Currently gripping.
Gripping.
Oh wow, gripping. Okay. This is kind of an interesting word to use. The word to grip means to hold on to. For example, in this respect, this person is gripping the ball. Okay, you're holding on, and the tighter you hold on to something, so that's to grip. So so that's the meaning of the word to grip, is to hold on to something very tight, and usually when it comes to sports, right? However, in this situation, the area is basically the heat is coming and it's gripping, it's staying, it's not leaving. So in this situation, does that make sense? If you grip a ball correctly, you won't drop it, and so the heat's just not leaving. So, any other words? Okay, I guess your silence means, okay, Holly, let's go on. So let's match the two halves of these expressions. Okay, so we have treacherous, a non-essential, severe, widespread, to be airlifted, torrential, no end, and temperatures. And then we have rain, damage, road conditions, insight, have soared, journey, to safety, and disruption. Okay, so what I'd like you to do, and we'll start with Ken. Ken, could you choose one of these words and match it with the other side to make a word collocation? Ken, are you there? Okay, we'll start with Carlos on the other side of the room.
Treacherous road conditions.
It's treacherous road conditions. Perfect. Okay, and then Ana Cristina, can you choose one of these?
Non-essential and not essential. No, I don't know.
Okay, for this one, it is a non-essential journey. Non-essential journey. Also, we might, maybe you have heard this, a non-essential travel.
Mm.
So it's basically the same. So it's basically it's a journey or a trip that is not important. So so if there's heavy, severe weather, they might say families stay home unless you, especially if you have non-essential travel or non-essential journeys. Okay. Alibek, can you choose a word?
Okay, I'll try. Torrential have sword.
Torrential. Nope, not torrential have sword.
Or with widespread have sword.
Nope.
No.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so can I do
No, absolutely, you can choose another
okay.
one.
Okay, to be airlifted to safety.
To be airlifted to safety. Perfect.
Okay.
To safety. All right. And Alejandro, can you choose one?
Torrential rain. Rain.
Torrential. Yeah, torrential rain. Torrential rain. Okay. And Ken, are you there?
Yes,
Okay.
I'm back.
Yeah, we caught you. I don't know if you said you were gone. You did. I just didn't see it. Sorry. So I was on the Google chat and not on the Verbling chat. But okay,
Okay.
that's why I didn't see it. No, not a problem. So so Ken, can you choose one of these?
Okay. The kind of collocation.
Yeah.
Severe damage.
Severe damage. Bear with me. I'm just going to make sure that's right. No, it is not.
Not. Severe road condition.
No. Sorry.
No end journey.
Nope.
No. Oh.
Teacher, it's difficult, teacher.
It is. It is really difficult. With this company, I use two companies where I get this material from, and this one's always a little bit more difficult with the collocations. So.
Widespread disruption.
That would actually work. Widespread disruption, but they're actually looking for a different one. Because what they want to do is the collocations that were actually used in the reading.
Maybe with widespread working damage.
So it's widespread damage is what it is. Widespread damage. So, and which is in there. But however, there are some other collocations that I personally would accept, and one of them is widespread. Widespread widespread disruptions. And for example, this would be like in a internet outage, for example, or telephone outage, electricity, or something like that. If it's widespread, it means that all around the region, there's pockets around the region that are having an internet outage, a disruption in their internet, for example. Okay, all right. So, Ana Cristina, can you try another one?
No and. Disruption.
No. As soon as you see this one, you guys are gonna go, oh yeah, of course.
Norwich have straw.
No.
Oh.
So let me help you out a little bit, because it's kind of hard, because Ken, you were guessing collocations that have already been used. So let's get these out, so that'll help. So you guys can see. Yeah, he makes it easier, so you guys can see what's already been used. So we have disruption, have sword, and insight.
Insight.
Yeah, no end in sight. Now are you saying, oh yeah, of course? So if there is no end in sight, that means you can't see an ending to that problem, or that there's going to be 6 months of cold weather. There's no end in sight, or 6 months of heat. So, all right, Alabek, can you try one?
Okay, severe disruption.
Yes, severe disruption. Perfect.
And does it work, for example, with severe road conditions?
Yes, it does. But the reason I didn't accept it because it was already used. But yeah, severe road conditions would work.
Severe. Okay.
And let's look at these and see if we can find some other ones that it might work. So we have treacherous road conditions, and that's the only. We might have also a treacherous journey. That would also work. If you have a treacherous journey, it means you were on a dangerous trip, a dangerous journey. So we have, of course, I'd already written non-essential travel. See, and then we have non-essential. I think would only go with journey or with travel. A severe disruption, severe road conditions. You might have severe rain. That would work together. Severe damage. It will work. I think that's one that one of you guys chose, but I wanted to follow what the directions say. Severe damage, and that's pretty much widespread. We have widespread disruptions, and I think that's it. To be airlifted to safety, that's the only one. Torrential rain, that's the only one. No end in sight is the only one. And temperatures, of course, the last one, temperatures have soared. So if temperatures have soared, that means it has gone very, very high. Like Alejandro, you were saying about, is it southern Argentina, where the temperatures soar every summer to 45 degrees?
Yes, especially in the north.
And it's the north. Okay, it's the north where the temperatures soar.
Mm-hmm.
In the south, it's cold. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So these are the other ones that would work. But what this material does is they take actually from the reading. So, okay, let's rewrite these sentences using a collocation from the previous exercise. We'll make grammatical changes if necessary, but keep the original meaning. So, for number 1, Ken, can you try this one? Bob was rescued by helicopter from the mountain.
Okay. Grammatical change. Helicopter rescued Bob
Sorry.
from the mountain.
No. No, okay. Grammatical change, actually using one of these collocations.
Okay. Rescued from the mountain. Bob was airlifted by helicopter from the mountain.
Okay, and now airlifted usually means by helicopter, so we don't need to say that. We can just say Bob was airlifted to safety from the mountain. So airlifted to safety. Perfect. Okay, and Alejandro, can you try the next one? It's really bad on the roads.
It's really treacherous on the road.
Okay, that's very good. Or you can say road conditions are treacherous.
Treacherous.
What you said is it is really, you said it is really treacherous. It is really treacherous on the road. Okay.
Yeah.
Or on the road, and I would have thought road conditions are treacherous. I would have said something like this: we are having treacherous road conditions. That's kind of what I would have done. Okay. All right. Alibek, could you try number 3?
Okay, maybe it has soared in the last few days.
Okay. Yes. Instead of it has, you can say temperatures have soared in recent days.
Okay.
So, or in the last few days. I don't know why they changed it to recent days, but temperatures have soared in recent days. Okay. And Ana Cristina, can you try number 4?
Police are asking people not to travel if they don't need to. Let me see, teacher, the point number 3, please. To be no and okay. Police are asking people not travel if a non-essential journey.
Okay. Now, that very good attempt to make that grammatically correct. Let me show you how it could actually be. Okay. Police are asking people not to make non-essential journeys. So or not to have, you could say not to have, but not to make non-essential journeys. Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. And Ken, can you try number 5?
Number 5. The terrible weather isn't going to finish soon.
So it's in this area. So
torrential rain isn't going to finish soon. No.
Sorry. That is not correct. I'm sorry. It's because it's not about torrential rain. It's actually talking about isn't going to finish soon.
Isn't going to finish. Temperatures have soared This one?
No, it's this one right here. Can you try to use this one?
Ah, no end in sight
And inside.
isn't going to finish soon.
No.
Hmm?
Yeah, basically, you're talking about this.
Ah, no end in
There's
sight.
no insight to the terrible weather. So basically, if something isn't going to finish soon, that means there's no end in sight. You can't see the finish line. Okay. And then, oh, Carlos, you're back. Welcome.
Yeah, sorry, my computer just frozen. I don't know what happened.
Don't you hate it when that happens? It's happened to me. So
Yeah.
a couple weeks ago, my internet just went out and it didn't come back. So I was like, okay. Alejandro, actually, Carlos, do you want to try one since you've been skipped? So number 6.
What are the instructions?
We have these collocations up here. We have treacherous road conditions, non-essential journey, severe disruption, widespread damage, to be airlifted to safety, torrential rain, no end in sight, and temperatures have soared. And so what we're doing is we're putting one of these in that.
Okay.
So.
Yes, let me see. The terrible.
Okay.
Can you scroll it down?
Yep.
Maybe the terrible weather isn't going to finish soon. Maybe can be the.
Okay, we've already done that one.
Oh,
There's no insight to the terrible weather. So we're on number 6. Heavy fog.
It won't cause a lot of problem at the airport. Heavy fog cause severe damage at the airport.
Heavy cause caused severe damage at the airport. I want to take that. So heavy fog, because it's completely correct, caused severe damage at the airport. You could also say heavy cause caused. You can say also widespread damage, or you can say excuse me, a widespread disruption. Widespread disruptions at the airport as well. Any of those. So let's go to number 7. Anna Christina, can you try this?
Forecasters are predicting lots and lots of rain this weekend. Okay. Forecaster.
So let's.
Forecasters are predicting. Forecasters are predicting.
Here.
Torrential rain this weekend.
Perfect. Forecasters are predicting torrential rain this weekend. Excellent, Ana Cristina. And Alabek, can you try the number 8?
Okay, the flood caused damage in a lot of places. Maybe the flood, maybe the widespread damage in a lot of places.
Yeah, the flood caused widespread damage.
Oh yes, the flood caused
Yeah.
widespread damage. Yeah.
No, because remember, in a lot of places that means widespread. So the flood caused widespread damage. So we're going with the widespread. So okay. Now we've already talked about this on for most of your countries. Except actually Alabek and Ken, we actually haven't. So how about in Kazakhstan? Number 1, does Kazakhstan experience extreme weather very often?
Yes, in some parts of our country, it is it has happening sometimes, especially when the spring is coming. There are a lot of water flooding in the some rural regions that we have. Yes.
Okay. All right. And how about in Japan, Ken?
Yes, kind of a lot of extreme weather, typhoon, and how can I say? Yeah, typhoon is mainly, and north of Japan is one of the heaviest snowfalling area. So it snowed heavily in the winter time. But this area there's no snow, but typhoon is maybe one of the extreme weather.
Okay. That's the most.
Flood.
Yeah. All right. Carlos, number 2, do you think the weather is more extreme than in the past? Is it hotter and colder, for example?
I think it is. My parents, they told me that in the past here in Mexico the hot was lower and the hot is going is
So
more hot. Yes.
So the
It's more
heat
hot.
was lower.
Oh, sorry, the heat. The heat is more nowadays. And
Okay.
and here in Mexico there's I don't know the word phenomenon called El Niño, and this is the uprise of the ocean water temperature. And this causes that more extreme conditions like more rains in the summer, and in the winter are more dry.
Okay. All right. Thank you. And Ana Cristina, what is the hottest or coldest weather you can remember?
I remember that always in Easter is when we have the heavy temperature here in my city. Is hotter, and is terrible. In December is windy. Is better. Is the best temperature here in my city.
All right. Well, it looks like I just went over time, and I've got to start another class. So everyone, thank you for your participation, and we'll see you another time. Thank you all.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you, Holly.
Bye.